type of hypervisors. They have the workstation, they have the fusion players. So VMware ESXi is one of the organizations. Microsoft is also there in developing hypervisor software. So Microsoft Hyper V, then KVM. These are the some of the examples of type 1 hypervisor. So let us see the second type of hypervisor is type 2 hypervisor. So in diagram, here this diagram covering 3 components and this diagram covers 4 components. The additional component here, so whenever you are taking a physical machine, on that physical machine, first you are installing the operating system, any operating system. So whenever you are taking a physical machine, a new branded machine, so no software is again installed, and first software you are installing is the operating system. Generally same whenever we are purchasing our own laptops, we are first installing the operating system. So similarly here, in type 1 hypervisor, you are taking a brand new laptop and you are installing the hypervisor software directly, no operating system. So here you are taking this system hardware and then you are installing a single operating system. That operating system is called as host operating system. And based on that host operating system, you are installing the hypervisor software. And this hypervisor software, again, this hypervisor software divides the hardware resources into pieces, into virtual machine. So here, this virtual machine is also divided into 3 small virtual machine, and different operating system or same operating system is installed. And this machine means this diagram shows you the 3 small virtual machines prepared by the cloud provider. So what is the basic difference? 4 components, and additional component is this additional component. Host operating system is added. So system hardware, host operating system, and then you are installing the hypervisor, and with the help of hypervisor dashboard, you are managing different virtual machines. So let us see the examples. Example, as I have said, that VMware is the producer of both type 1 and type 2 type of hypervisors. So VMware Fusion, VMware Player. Here I have written VMware Workstation, VMware Player. This type of softwares are the type 2. Then Oracle VM VirtualBox. This is simple software. Go to Oracle VM VirtualBox site. Install that VirtualBox in your computer and double click on that software, VirtualBox software, and after that it provide you a dashboard GUI, and through that dashboard you can install, you can create virtual machine, you can manage virtual machine, you can start virtual machine, you can stop virtual machine. So that virtual machine management, so you visit Oracle VirtualBox site and try to install this Oracle VirtualBox hypervisor to understand more regarding this hypervisor topic. So virtualization, virtual server, Microsoft Virtual PC, there are different examples of type 2 hypervisor. Or type 2 hypervisor, basic difference kya hai? The basic difference between type 1 and type 2 is, in type 1 we are directly installing the hypervisor on bare metal system. So another name of type 1 hypervisor is bare metal systems, and second hypervisor is you are taking the hardware, you are installing the operating system, and on that operating system you are installing the hypervisor software. So this is the type 2 hypervisor. So let us see the examples of type 1 hypervisor and how to manage the different OS. So this is what the type 1 hypervisor VMware ESXi. Also, so this is the GUI of this VMware, and here this dashboard you receive, and through this dashboard you are managing the virtual machines. So here how many virtual machines are again installed on this single PC, single computer? 10 virtual machines. So you are not only assigning the machine, you can assign the storage, you can assign the network to different people. So same single machine is used as a 10 virtual machine. You are assigning the storage to 7 people. Your network is assigned by 12 different people. So 12 IP addresses you have assigned in different virtual machines. So this is what. So in virtual machine, this is one of the virtual machine called DC. So if I want to start this DC virtual machine, so here this is the command. So power on is one of the command. You power on means here in this screen you will see that operating system is again appeared. And if you want to shut down this particular computer, this virtual machine, here is the shutdown button. If you want to restart, restart button is there. Again, if I want to see the resources used by this virtual machine, so here CPU, one CPU is used. How much memory is again assigned for this virtual machine? 3.95 GB. Then what is the host name? DC lab local. So in your computer lab, you can use single PC for different labs. For Linux lab, same PC is again assigned to Linux lab, same PC is assigned to Windows lab, same PC is assigned to Mac lab. So network, what IP address again given to this? You can give different IP addresses to virtual machine so that that virtual single machine is used by the user independently. IP address is given, and through this IP address, this DC machine is used by the user. This virtual machine can be used different IP addresses, and these IP addresses, through these IP addresses, this virtual machine used by different users. So hardware configuration, these are the hardware configuration. Hard disk is 40%, 40 GB hard disk is given to the this particular virtual machine. So you divide the machine, you divide the resources into different virtual machines and assign this virtual machine to the different user based on the IP address. So this is what the GUI of using the type 1 hypervisor, VMware. So virtual machine, you can assign a single machine, you can assign only the storage of that single machine, you can assign the network resources to the user. So cloud provider manages this hypervisor with the help of GUI, virtual manager, monitor software for managing the virtual resources. So this is what the example of type 2 hypervisor Oracle VM VirtualBox. You visit the Oracle VM VirtualBox site and install the VirtualBox, and then you can create new virtual machine. You just whenever you are creating virtual machines, these virtual machines look like this. So currently I am using e-business virtual machine. So e-business virtual machine is having, on this e-business, 3 virtual machines are again running: Windows 8, Oracle Linux, and Windows XP. Out of these 3 machines, these 3 machines are in running mode. Running mode means already started. So the preview of these 3 machines, this is what? Windows 8 Enterprise machine. This GUI is what? Oracle Linux. This is Oracle Linux machine. This is what? Windows XP. So this is Windows XP's machine. So the preview of all the operating systems are again shown here, and the resources used by each operating system is written here. So first machine uses this system resources. Second machine, Oracle Linux, uses this system resources. Windows XP use this system resource. How much RAM? How many RAM? 512 MB RAM, base memory. 1024 MB RAM. Then 2048 MB RAM is assigned to this Windows 8 Enterprise system. So if I move the cursor here, mobile platform, 2 operating system, Android Jelly Bean and Chrome OS. And the status of these 2 operating systems, currently the status of these 2 operating system is powered off. Means you have not yet started, you have not power on this system. This, all the 3 systems are in running mode. Therefore, you are seeing the desktop of the different operating system. But here If I've taken the cursor here, mobile platform, all these systems are not yet started. You have to start the system. Again, here the third virtual machine is divided into four Windows flavors: Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows Server 2012, Windows 8 Server. Saved, power off. You have not yet started. And the last machine is Linux, Ubuntu, and Fedora Linux. Fedora is the type of Linux operating system, Linux flavor. Again, one more example, type 2 hypervisor, VMware player. So VMware player look like this. Whenever you are installing the VMware player, type 2 hypervisor, you have to take a bare metal system. On that, you have to install the host operating system, and based on that host operating system, you are installing the type 2 hypervisor. On this VMware player, these two operating systems are again installed: Windows operating system and Ubuntu operating system. And I can manage this virtual machine through this. Suppose I want to create new virtual machine, that create new virtual machine, assign the resources, and assign the storage, assign the CPU, and then you can start and stop that virtual machine. Open virtual machine. This is the command of opening Windows virtual machine, Ubuntu virtual machine. Download a virtual appliance